Hey guys, it's Friday, the 1st of February, and tomorrow, the 2nd of February, plan to do a solo snowshoe trip down on the Mount Tahoma Ski Trails Association's North District. You just saw me do a little snowshoe trek and testing out the pulk down there here recently, and I want to head back down there because over the last week they've got about 2 foot of snow or better over the trail system, so I'm pretty excited about getting down there. But today's video, I want to go over some of the systems of survival that I'm going to be taking with me on this trip and some of the pre-planned things that I do before I head out. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the Facebook page for Mount Tahoma Ski Trails Association, and I'm going to check out some of the reports that people have put on there, some of the Facebook posts, because they've just been up there, and more than likely they're going to have information on the trail conditions, and also if it's been groomed or not, or what the road condition is up to the snow park. It's very helpful. I'm also going to go to their website and check out the current conditions. The next thing I'm going to do is go to the National Weather Service's website and take a look at a detailed forecast for the area, and see what's in store for me. I'll check that today, tonight, and I'll probably check it right before I leave again. And I know from past experience I have cell service in some certain spots up there, and I can always check the weather forecast when I get to those locations as well on my iPhone, so that's pretty handy. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Northwest Avalanche Center's website and take a look at what the current avalanche conditions are. Now, I can tell you from experience, from search and rescue and years of being in that area, not too concerned about any avalanche danger there. Most of the area there is not prone to avalanche, and probably minimize some of the backcountry winter gear that I'll take with me. I probably won't take an avalanche poles, and I probably won't take my transceiver. So anyway, let's keep going. So the next thing I'm going to do is fill out a wilderness trip plan. You guys just saw that. I did a video on it. You can download these free from advantagesurvival.com. Just go to the website and click on the downloads. You can get this form, but I'm going to fill this thing out. I'm only going to fill out the first 2 pages because I am going solo. I'm going to leave this trip plan with my wife, along with a copy of the map of the area that I'm heading into. And I'm also, when I get done filling this out, I'm going to photograph each page along with the map, and I'm going to email it to my wife. So if I do become overdue, at least she can email that information to a search and rescue coordinator with the sheriff's office to help them out getting search and rescue started. So anyway, those are the pre-planned things that I'm going to be doing before I head out. So now I want to take a look at shelter, and for me, shelter is the #1 system of survival that you can have, and it starts with what you have on, the clothing that you're wearing. I know in the Pacific Northwest you don't want to go out in cotton. We've all heard the story since as long as I can remember, back in the 70s, that cotton kills. So I'm not going to be wearing blue jeans, I'm not going to be wearing cotton t-shirts, I'm not going to have anything cotton on me when I head up there. So this, I just want to kind of go through some of the clothing that I'm going to be taking with me, or what I'm going to have on for my first line of defense as far as shelter goes. First thing I'm going to have is a pair of synthetic underwear. Okay, I'm not going to wear any cotton underwear. Again, not going to do cotton. The next thing that I'm going to have on is about 100 weight. I'm not sure what the material is here. It's a synthetic material, but it's very, very good at wicking water and keeping water off my body. So this will be the layer that's next to my skin. I'll have that on. The next thing I'll have on is a fleece jumpsuit, and this is about a 200 weight fleece jumpsuit. It actually acts as like a vest, but it goes all the way down to the legs, zips all the way up to the side, and of course the back unzips. This is an excellent piece of gear, and I've used it snowmobiling and hiking, all kinds of things. And it keeps you very warm, and it helps keep the moisture away from your body. Now, if I don't decide to use this, depending on the temperatures up there, I will probably just go with, let's see, I'll probably just go with 100 weight Thermax long underwear, and I'll probably wear my rain bottoms over the top of that. And my rain bottoms, they're Columbia. They're made by Columbia, and they're the Vertex. They actually have a little bit of a gaiter to them on the legs that snap around the boots, so it's kind of handy. So again, it's either going to be this with this for the bottoms, or I'm going to wear the jumpsuit along with probably a pair of shorts over the top of the jumpsuit. So that's what I'm going to have on the bottoms. Now moving on to what I'm going to have on my feet. I'm going to start out with a pair of light wool socks, and over the top of that I'm going to have a pair of smart wool socks. And for my footwear, I'm going to be using Sorels. They're an excellent boot for snow. And again, if I decide to use the Columbia rain pants, gaiters will slip around these. It's excellent for keeping the snow out of the boot, and these work great with snowshoes. So if I decide not to go with the 100 weight Thermax and the Columbia rainwear, I will probably put gaiters over the top of that to keep the snow from getting into the top of my boot. And you'll notice on this particular model of Sorels, they actually have a little cord that helps keep things snug. I don't ever use it. I just rely on my gaiters, and I make sure my gaiters, depending on the conditions, are usually they go over the top of the boot. And if I'm wearing rain pants, I'll actually put the gaiters underneath the rain pant legs, so as water sheds or snow sheds down, it's not going to get into my boot. So let's take a look at what I'm going to be wearing on my head. More than likely, I'll probably just have a light cap from Mountain Hardwear. And if it's really cold up there, I'll probably use my Mad Bomber hat, which is nice and warm, nice rabbit fur, it's wool, pretty nice hat. So anyway, so those are the things that I'm going to have when I head up there. The last thing I'm probably going to have, if I decide to wear them, if it's cold enough, I'll probably just have a light pair of Maxi Flex gloves. I talked about these in my EDC video. They've got the grippers. They keep your hands very warm. But as a backup, I probably won't have a backup pair of gloves other than maybe a light pair of wool gloves. We'll see. I haven't decided yet, but these are the gloves that I'll probably be wearing. They give good grip on the snow poles, and they're just an excellent glove. So this is okay. Let's talk about the next part of the shelter system that I'm going to be taking with me, and this system is my second layer of defense, I guess, as far as shelter system goes. But real quick, like I mentioned, the gloves. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and take, in my backpack, my bomb-proof, storm-proof gloves, and there's a wool glove in there as well. And most of the time, along with that, I'm going to take a pair of goggles, just in case weather really gets bad. They're tinted and they work pretty well for snow conditions. So those will go with me as part of my shelter system. Now the rest of my shelter system is going to be pretty basic. I'm going to take it's about an 8x10 tarp, and inside that tarp is about 100 foot of paracord and some aluminum stakes. I can do a lot with that as far as the shelter goes. So that's going to be my bivouac shelter if I need to. Also, I'm going to take an emergency blanket. This blanket is the type that has the foil reflective on the inside, and it also has the ability to go over the top of your body. You can tuck your hands into the sides to wrap it around you. And let's see here. On the head side, it actually has a hood. I don't know if you can see this very well, but you can tuck your head up into this hood portion of it, and tuck your hands into it, and then wrap it around your body, and it's an excellent emergency shelter. I highly recommend this type of emergency bag if you're going to use one versus the flimsy Mylar type bags. I've never had any success with the Mylar bags, and in all the years I've been out doing this, and I've used them several times, and I actually can't stand them. I think they're not a good product for a wilderness survival situation. So the last thing is I want to be able to insulate my butt from the cold, and I'm going to use two things. I'm actually going to have a I don't know, it's a cut-off closed cell foam pad, Thermarest. It's old. It's the type that fold up. It's not going to be very big. It's probably all of 3.5, 4 feet long at the most. But that's going to be my main thing for insulating my body away from the ground in case if I need to hunker down for the night, I can sit on that. The other thing that I'm going to take is this is going to be in my ribs front pack, and we'll look at that stuff. But this is just a quick piece of insulated foil. I think it's Reflectex is what it's called. I'm not sure. I'll annotate it if that's not right. But I pull this out real quick to sit down if I need to, and it insulates me, keeps me from getting wet from the ground. So that is pretty much my shelter system. Oh, and one last thing. The third line of defense in my shelter system, and it's not necessarily for me. It can be if I need it. But if I run across somebody that needs it, I actually take a third line of defense in my shelter system, and I take a blizzard survival bag. And we're going to be doing a pretty good demonstration of this bag here shortly, and I'll get it up on YouTube. But it's something that I can use for myself in an emergency, and I can also use it if I come across somebody that is hypothermic and in need of shelter and getting warm quick. So anyway, blizzard survival bag. I cannot stress enough how important having something like this in your day hike kit, no matter what you're doing. Please get one of these, put it in there. It could save your life. So anyway, just wrapping up shelters. Next up on my systems of survival, we're going to talk about clean drinking water. So stay tuned.